the light would be better. It's come out quite dark. Maybe that's the CIA trying to make the videos look a bit more depressing than they need to be, so nobody watches. But that's my life more than my psychosis. That's a reality for me. I don't need to explain myself there. Yeah, it's just another. I was going to go. I'll get onto the title, but for some reason, they've decided to fuck me over in a new way. Because I've got a mental health disorder and I lose stuff all the time. And I lose my phone. And with my mental health, I just don't, it doesn't give me the patience to look for it. So sometimes I use a website called Call My Phone. And I put my number in and it calls it. Really simple service, really, really good. Highly recommend it if you ever lose your phone. You don't need to bother anybody else with that. Can you call me? But for some reason in the past 2 days I've gone online and tried to use it, and my number's been blocked. And I've gone on about, I don't know, 5, 6 other services, and my number's all been blocked on there for some strange reason. But for whatever reason, I appreciate I've got a big mouth, but I'm a good person. I'm a harmless person, and I should be protected by the good guys. And in all honesty, time after time when this happens, I'm just led to think, what the fuck is going on with the CIA or whoever it is that's doing this to me? It's some sort of secret organisation. And it's a joke, It's a real simple ways that you can fuck with people's heads, especially if they've got mental health disorders and they don't have the clarity to see truth and state it to people, because that's the world. We've got freedom of speech, but especially here in the UK, you get poo-pooed if you say anything too far. Well, no, if you don't say the normal rhetoric, people just don't want to know. My friends from 10, 20 years ago, they don't want to know. But hey, what's the point of saying it when that's the situation in the first place, But anyway, it's really aggravated my mental health today, that situation. And my physical body's just been absolutely terrible. But the reason I'm not allowed to enjoy Christmas Day is because when I was involved with a spiritual alternative complementary therapy centre in London, about 13 years ago now. Hi, my hut with it. That was before my mental health, just before my mental health started, and one of the things I was told, I can't remember how it was, I came to that information. I can't remember if it was my intuition or a statement somebody said from the centre, but essentially there was a workshop one day and I was led to understand essentially what was taking place. This is from my spiritual perspective. I was really happy at the time, and paranoia just wasn't on the cards for me. And I was told what's taking place is essentially you're being, how can I put it, you're being polarized against society now. So on an energetic level, that's what's taking place. That's what just took place in this workshop this day. think it might have been a Russian scientist, Konstantin, I can't remember his surname actually. He's a Russian scientist, does research into energy and from a scientific perspective. Very credible from what I understand, but I could be wrong. And I was told, or I'm pretty sure I was somebody said something to me, and it was of the understanding that what you're going to go through is you're going to be polarized against society. So there I was yesterday, all right, I'm alone, but that doesn't bother me on Christmas Day. It's how I make it. I set myself up, get up early, move the boat, make dinner, and that'll be a really pleasant day for myself. I wasn't allowed, and it's been like this for about 5 solid years, every single year. It really does get ruined for myself. And, if that is true, what I said about the therapy centre, where I've been polarised against society, and also intensive purposes, that's my entire life. I'm on the outside looking in. Interactions with people, yeah, I've got a mental health disorder, but I'm coherent within it. I know when I'm being totally insane, and I know when I'm making sense. And it's my duty to make sense as much as possible when I speak to people, even if I'm in distress. But for the longest time, it's not been making sense. And it's only over the past few years I've started to coin the phrase the collective psychosis, which is basically my perspective of this very, very strange scenario where people are no longer people. They're, they might as well be robots, or just like unconscious balls of energy just going about life, from my perspective. And that is why my psychosis tells me I'm not allowed to enjoy Christmas Day. On the mentions of psychosis, and I got harassed. Well, it is harassment. It is absolutely harassment. It wasn't torture like Guantanamo Bay or anything like that, but it is harassment to an individual that's done nothing wrong. And if you don't speak to him on the level, it's harassment. And essentially, the past few occasions when I've gone to hospital, I get people coming in and checking on me. What are you up to? You talk about stuff nobody else talks about, sort of vibe. Real strange, weird shit happens to me. Anyway, I sort of clocked that 2 of these gentlemen were a bit too, and it's not really hard to clock. You just look for the ones that look like they've been in the army and had special forces training, and have been told, just put a smile on your face, or just don't be so fucking miserable. I'm sorry, but going into the army can do that to you. That's my perception as an individual looking out. Not everybody ends up being like that. James Blunt, he turned it around, and he was a captain. His voice was you could tell by his voice. But a lot of people, they hold it in their physicality, and they just look like they've been beaten the shit out of for the past 20 years, and they've had to turn themselves ice cold, rock hard. And anyway, they're not that unpleasant in hospital, not like to that description, but, and as I said, it's in no way torture, but the final result is harassment. I don't know why they're doing it. That's the harassment. And unfortunately, I'm autistic, and unfortunately, I haven't done anything wrong. Because if I'd done something wrong, it wouldn't be a problem. I know why I'm panicking. But, to be fucked with constantly with electronics, with my internet, with my phones. God knows what else, you know. I've had the moment of The Sopranos, when it's like, hey, that truck's been parked down the street now for the last 2 weeks. It's not moved, sort of thing. I'm pretty sure, the one truck I clocked was probably there. But again, I don't know for what fucking reasons. I've got all the fucking technology in the world in my house. You just tap that and you don't need to send a truck. So I don't understand the logic, but my life's done with, man. My life's done with. I can't deal with my physical body in the first fucking instance, and that's the bottom line. Forget the fucking secret services and special forces, whoever's fucking with me on that level. My body is the problem. My eyes, they're rolling in my head and I can't focus every single day. But hey, it's just another day. But it would be nice to enjoy Christmas Day, because I appreciate Christmas for just like what it once was, and like just an occasion. And I can experience it as just an occasion without getting wrapped up into capitalism, which it's become a holiday of capitalism, and what it once was a holiday of religion, which I was christened into once upon a time. And I can just forget all that and really enjoy it. Just have some dinner, keep it really simple. No presents anymore. Put up the same little tiny tree every year. And I'm happy that way. I appreciate how bollocks fucking Christmas is on the perspective of how it's been corrupted. Coca-Cola fucked it up when they turned Father Christmas red from green. And how, you go into a shop and you speak to an Indian lady. Yeah, I'm not Christian, but we feel obliged to do something because everybody does it. What's the point? how Christian? If you're putting pressure on other religions to spend money and become capitalist rather than Christian, doesn't make sense, does it? You're watering down your own religion there. Obvious to see. Hopefully I'll be back in a little while with a live stream where I'm not wanting to cut my heart out. Not because of Christmas, but because of my life. Sorry if that's hard to hear for anybody. I'll say Merry Christmas on the next one.